Hello again, guys. KLB Sports here again today. And today, it's a rant. This might be one of my longer rants. I have so much I want to say about this whole Anthem protest thing. I've made 2 videos on it already, but I just want to get so much off my chest about this because it's really been the center of discussion for sports really over the past couple of weeks. I would say really is where it's at its peak right now, and I just have so much I want to say right now. So, all right, well, I'm gonna give you guys we'll start off by giving you guys like a rundown of what happened and how this whole thing just became a thing. So, we had the last season, right? And this was never talked about people sitting down with national anthem or anything. But we had a player, Colin Kaepernick. We all know who he is. He's the one that was the catalyst who started this entire thing about taking a knee during the national anthem. And he started this last season, and he was just getting slandered for saying he doesn't respect the military, he doesn't support our vets, he's not respecting our country or anything. But in fact, he wasn't trying to do that. He was trying to make a change because there's racial injustice that is happening in our country. He was taking a knee during the times when a white police officer would shoot a black civilian, and he was saying that there is racial injustice in our country and he wants to make a change, which I understand that. And he basically made a sacrifice because right now, as of today, as of September 28th, 2017, Colin Kaepernick is without a job. And these owners have a right not to sign him. It's in the First Amendment. They can do that. And Colin Kaepernick is First Amendment. He's the freedom of speech to say what he wants. And in the collective bargaining agreement for the NFL, there's nothing that says that you have to stand for the national anthem, so he has a right to do that. And this was just people felt that this was offensive because they had loved ones that served in the armed forces, served in the military, and risked their lives to give us our freedoms. And people are saying, well, Colin Kaepernick should be standing, and he gets what he deserves. Now, my opinion, I see where they're coming from, but I personally don't have anyone in my family that has died from serving in the military or anything like that. So can't kind of relate, but I kind of understand what they mean by that. And, Colin, I understand racial injustice. I support that. Now, I personally wouldn't take a knee because just out of respect, I would stand. The whole lock in arms thing, I would also do that just as a sign of unity with my teammates who, if I played in the NFL, I would consider them my brothers. So, yeah. And, this whole situation, I feel like I hate how politics is just getting in the NFL. And right now, this past week, we had our commander-in-chief, our president of the United States, Donald Trump. And he was at like a rally in Alabama, and he was saying that the NFL owners should fire its players who don't stand for our anthem. And that just sparked a huge protest, because we had this past week, week 3 of the NFL season, we had teams walking arms in unity. We had so many players taking knees. We had even the Pittsburgh Steelers not even show up. They stayed in the locker room for the anthem. And I kind of see where... Alright, if you guys haven't seen the clip, look it up. It was trending on YouTube. It was on Undisputed. And my man Shannon Sharp, he basically gave a really good insight on this whole situation. He's saying, how come, a lot of the NFL owners are big Trump supporters. We know this. They paid money to support his campaign when he was running. And Shannon Sharp's point was, how come these NFL owners weren't saying anything when Trump was saying that that there should be a wall built in our country to keep the Mexicans out of our country, when he made fun of a disabled person, a disabled reporter, and when he was making fun of Rosie O'Donnell, calling her a pig. But when he says something calling an NFL player a SOB, that's when they want to protest against them. That's a good point. And Donald Trump, I mean, I understand he's right when the NFL owners could fire its players for this, but he went way out of bounds to me by stating that. There's so much more bigger things that are happening right now. We got North Korea we have to worry about. All the hurricanes, Hurricane Harvey, Irma, get those cities and the loved ones back on their feet. There's so much going on in our world right now, and he's worried about players not standing for our national anthem. And I'm very happy that the NFL players and the owners came together and they protested against him, but I feel like they definitely, like people like Colin Kaepernick, and then there was like the Bennett brothers, and we had Brandon Marshall for the Broncos. They all were protesting last year too. But it's just such a big thing right now. Plus, the NFL, Donald Trump is right about one thing though. The NFL is losing views and ratings because people get salty that people aren't standing for the national anthem and taking a knee for our country. And that could also affect the NFL money-wise, because money does talk in this situation, guys. Sorry about that. It does talk in this situation because there's a thing called Doritos, Pepsi, Bud Light sponsorships for the NFL, and they're gonna look at that and be like, wow, do I really want this private business to sponsor our product on their TV when they're losing views and they're not getting good ratings anymore, So exactly, that's a good point. And this NFL, I feel like that they're going to do something about this, because maybe they'll put in the CBA that you have to stand, but maybe they'll have it so like if players don't want to, if instead of taking a knee they stay in the locker room, because they're not going to know that, and it's just a really, really, really bad situation right now, and I'm really hoping that I support it. I support taking a knee. I'm just not the one to do it, because I love our country, and I can't relate to. I'm white, so I would definitely lock arms, but I see where they're coming from because they're a different color than I am, and what's going on in our country right now is not great. And a lot of players spoke up to Donald Trump. You had saying that the president was crazy. Why did we elect him? It's just so much going on right now. It's crazy. And that's all I really have to say and I can think of right now. I mean, we'll see what the NFL does. I feel like something is going to be in order right now to make a difference here, But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Are you guys okay with people taking a knee? Do you think the NFL is going to do something? Would you take a knee or would you stand? I said I'll stand and I'll lock arms with my teammates because I support them in whatever they think they have the right to for freedom of speech. I'm going to support that to them. So I'm going to lock arms with them. So yeah, so let me know what you guys think, and yeah, KLB Sports, and I'm out.